What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Confessions. All right, guys. So first, I want to say I'm sorry for posting late. I had a busy week. Had a long week, long hectic week. All right. However, so let's talk about this episode of Confessions. I want to talk about how my first initial shock was with knowing that preachers kind of sort of was doing the same thing I was doing, but yet nobody knew about it. However, I grew up knowing, being taught that there's certain stuff people didn't do, and that certain stuff was just sin, and sin was just sin. And so I grew up just knowing that, And so to me, when I got caught up doing what I was doing, sleeping around, having sex with the same sex, having sex with all kind of people. And when I say all kind of people, I ain't talking about prostitutes. Nah, I had some integrity about myself. But what I'm saying is that I grew up kind of in a strict environment. And when I say strict environment, I grew up kind of knowing and learning that there's certain things that you shouldn't do. And so even at a young age, when I was, preaching and stuff like that, I realized that, when I started, before I would go out and step out and do some crazy junk, like I call it crazy to me, because that's how I was raised until, I was like, I was raised like, no, that's crazy. But before I would go out and sin and stuff like that, like I don't care if it was partying, and when I say partying, that's drinking. That's what I call partying. Hanging out with friends, smoking cigarettes, cussing and carrying on. I literally, before I would go out and do something like that, I believed in, stepping away. And that's what I did. I stepped away. I took a sabbatical. I backed away from ministry. Just hands off. Because I believe by the way I was raised. Like, you don't touch stuff like that. You don't handle the sacred things of God and just do what you want to do with it. That's what I was raised, how I was raised, whether it be right or wrong. That's how I was raised in church. That's how I was raised. However, it wouldn't be till years later, y'all, that I found out that there was some preachers doing stuff that I was scared to do in the church. Like, I used to always think, like, I better not do that because God gonna kill me. I was like, if I do that, God gonna kill me. I better not do nothing like that. It's stuff that I used to be so scared to do. I remember the first time I cursed, I was so scared. I thought when I got home that day that God was gonna kill me. I literally feared. Literally feared the Lord. And when I say feared Him, I literally feared. It's like a reverence for His authority as a deity in your life. And I used to be like, oh, God gonna kill me. I can't do that. I used to be so scared. But I remember I used to fight people. I would get in fights. And then I feel so guilty about it. And it's not because I started the fights. It's just I just get in fights because people started to bother me. Somebody just say something crazy and I just start fighting people. And immediately I was like, oh, God gonna kill me. Oh, God gonna get me for this. I used to always be petrified that God was gonna get me. God gonna get me. God gonna get me. He gonna get me. I literally used to be my supervisor, my old manager told me, he said, you're your worst critic. He said, you do more harm to yourself than anybody else because you make yourself feel bad. And I'm so serious. I used to make myself feel so bad. And so the stuff that I was doing, I used to be like, oh, I can't do it. I can't preach in nobody's church doing this. I can't even stand nobody pulpit doing this and living like this. I was scared. But I'm gonna tell you, one day, I was leaving out my house from the balcony because I was trying to respect some individuals. And lo and behold, I found that preachers, pastors. And to me right now, all this stuff that's going on right now in social media with all these pastors all on these only poor sites and pastors being exposed and pastors getting caught up. Listen, that stuff right there is not an embarrassment of the church. It's not. It's really not. I'm going to just lay it down to y'all. Like, this going to be one of the most awkward confession series it is. Preachers been whoring around and sleeping around for decades. You know how many illegitimate kids got running around here? And among popular, well-known gospel singers, I grew up in the circles. You got preachers who were cokeheads, still snorting coke. Go out, come back in. You got preachers who had issues sleeping with prostitutes. Preachers who had infidelity problems. Pastors who have been sleeping around with men and women for years. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all crazy to believe that some of y'all favorite pastors that y'all know had a twitch in their wrist, a little bend and a little switch in their little hip, that they died of cancer. You know darn well that them people ain't dying no daggone cancer. You know they didn't die of no cancer. Yeah, we sitting up there. Well, how did he die? Oh, Pastor died of cancer. Pastor was sleeping with the armor bearer. You know he was sleeping with that boy. So let's just be real. Like listen, I would have been still on this whole don't do that. That church, don't do that. You know, I would have been sheltered. But it took me to see with my own two eyes that this is the church that we've been handed. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I still fear the Lord. I reverence and fear the Lord. Like, that's why I'm hands down. Like, I'm cool with everybody. I love everybody because I'm supposed to love everybody. I'm supposed to get along with everybody. I'm supposed to help everybody that I'm supposed to help. If you ask me questions, I ain't supposed to treat you mean. I'm not supposed to ask you about your sin. I'm not supposed to address yours. That ain't my responsibility. If he ain't telling me to say nothing to you, I ain't got nothing to say to you. Now, we talking, we hanging out. I don't care what you do in your life. You know, as long as you respect me and I respect you. But I found out myself there is some liars behind the sacred desk. With my own two eyes, I seen. With my own two eyes, I swear I caught my ex with a pastor. His wife was living right around the corner from me. And they laying on the couch. Well, he laying on the couch with his head in his lap. That ain't your role, boss. Like I'm saying, that was my ex's boss. And I'm like, you don't supposed to be doing that. Dude got a whole wife at home. But I seen, some relationships are not there to harm you. Some of them are expose some areas and systems that you may not know nothing about. When I broke up with this guy, I found out it was more men's and women's that was preaching machines, y'all. Can show enough preach. These jokers can preach so good. They preach the walls down. Just hands down, just flat-footed preaching. Got word, got revelation, just can preach the word. But they was preaching on the same sin that they was in. Like, how you gonna tell somebody to come out? How you gonna tell somebody to come out of something and you in it? And that's what made me mad with the church. Because I realized that it's a whole lot of y'all, and I'm pretty sure the church will get mad with me. There's a whole lot of y'all out there that mount platforms and wear that little collar around your neck. I got some too. I got them. Got a robe too. Quite a few robes. But it's a whole lot of y'all with these collars around y'all neck. But y'all sleeping with the secretary with a wife and 5 kids at home. Y'all sleeping with the keyboard player with a wife and 3 kids at home. Some of y'all are afraid to get engaged, get married to somebody because you scared to lose your man friend or your woman friend. It's a whole lot of politicalness. There's a whole lot of secrecy going on in the church. Let me tell y'all something. Some of our best artists, and this is what the church cannot deny. The church cannot deny. Some of our best artists struggled with sexual issues. And we danced off their songs. We cried off their songs, and we jam off their songs to this day. Some of our best artists, even in female Christian, were lesbians. Now, I don't know if they still doing it now, but I'm not trying to throw nobody on the bus. But what I'm trying to say is that my eyes came open to realize that the church, who would be preaching on don't do this and on that, and here it is, you telling me don't do something, and you secretly doing it. I literally would, after that particular incident where I seen, old boy with the pastor on in my living room. It wasn't my sofa, it was his sofa. So you could have been on the arm of the sofa. It didn't bother me as long as y'all didn't come upstairs in my area. Cause I will like Ply said, the graveyard getting full every day. I ain't been saved all my life. Listen, in my sinful days, Busted Baby was my song. I'm telling you now. I ain't care too much for Miss Becky, but Busted Baby was my song. And Merkin season, that's when you knew I was mad. But that's besides the point. So anyway, I really started noticing. What is this calling me? I really started noticing. Y'all will come on live. I really started noticing a whole type of like trend thing. Like and I'm a night owl. Y'all should know that by now. Like I be out all the time of night. And I ain't going and screwing nobody and having sex with nobody and as y'all would say, being in somebody's back. They ain't no. I ain't out there doing that. They ain't in them streets doing that. They ain't turning corners and bending wheels. I like at night because it's serene, it's quiet, it's peaceful. You don't have much traffic. You don't have much rage or anger in the streets. You don't have much chaos, a pandemonium, so to speak. And I remember I used to go for walks at night. Like if me and Jay was just not getting along, I would go for a walk. And I remember one night I didn't go for a walk, but I went to the store and I didn't want to drive. So I think it was the night that I was mad because I walked to the store from the house in which I live right down the road from the drugstore. And I went to the drugstore. I think I wanted to get some cough drops or something. Walks in the store, see a well-known pastor in there buying condoms. I turned my head like I ain't seen. I saw him, but he didn't see me. I seen the same well-known pastor walk out of the store across from there to the hotel. I ain't never thought about that. Do y'all know I've seen so many pastors in compromising positions in my lifetime? But that ain't even my, because my eyes come open so much and I was exposed to so much being an armor bearer, let me tell you something. If you ever want to know if somebody pastor doing something they got no business, kidnap the armor bearers. Don't do it for real, but kidnap the armor bearers. The armor bearers know all the secrets. They know where all the bodies buried. But I'm telling y'all, like, for real, I learned some stuff that the church hold most secrets, but they love to throw that Bible and got more. I'm going to say that for another day. But anyway, this is what I want to share with y'all. Just let y'all know, listen, church ain't perfect. By no means. They ain't perfect at all. But what I want you to do is live your truth. And then when you get tired of doing whatever you do, whether you want to do it forever, live your truth. To thine own self be true. That's all I got to say. And thank you for watching Confessions. Good night.